And thanks for joining us here on Upfront. For tonight, our focus is on that handshake that you can see on the screens right now between Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, our Foreign Affairs Minister, and a delegation from the Republic of Nigeria. The move is ostensibly targeted at dousing the flames and tension which has been on the rise between a section of the Ghanaian population who have gone onto social media stoking some anti-Nigerian sentiments following a video that went viral from a diasporan community.
I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. Why do I feel like from now on, we might not hear the names of the Nigerian criminals in Ghana again? Their names might not be released to us, the public, so that we can see. It's the same energy you will get. Trust me, no matter where you're from, the same energy you will get. All right, so please represent Nigeria right, or be ready to be featured here and some other platforms that are willing to speak the truth without sentiment. God. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel and thank you for clicking. My name is Lilian, that is if you are new here. To all of you, my OGs, I appreciate you. Thank you for always coming back. Please do well to like this video and feel free to hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Let's get straight into the video. Yesterday, I made a couple of tweets here on my community tab. I talked about the presence of some top politicians from Nigeria, and I couldn't wait for the day to break so I could make this video. And finally, God did it. We are here today, and this video is here. Now, I'm talking about this video of Madam Bianca Ojukwu, the Nigerian Foreign Affairs Minister, visiting Ghana to meet with the Ghanaian Foreign Affairs Minister on how to resolve and restore peace between Ghanaians and Nigerians living in Ghana. I'm going to let the video roll. Let's hear directly from the horse's mouth, and then I personally have one or two to say. Let's get into their video and then we'll get into my opinion later on. And
thanks for joining us here on Upfront. For tonight, our focus is on that handshake that you can see on the screens right now between Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, our Foreign Affairs Minister, and a delegation from the Republic of Nigeria. The move is ostensibly targeted at dousing the flames and tension which has been on the rise between a section of the Ghanaian population who have gone onto social media stoking some anti-Nigerian sentiments following a video that went viral from a diasporan community here in Ghana. And ever since, steps are being taken between both countries, Nigeria and Ghana, to douse the flame, as you can see there on the screens. Moments ago, we had that address by the Foreign Affairs Minister, who was hosting his counterpart and telling the people of Ghana why Nigeria and Ghana ought to embrace peace and to de-escalate tension. Listen.
On behalf of President John Dramani Mahama, we welcome the Minister of State from the Federal Republic of Nigeria in charge of Foreign Affairs to Ghana. We have just concluded a very successful bilateral discussion on the recent disturbances which have sought to undermine the cordial and friendly relations that has existed between our two countries historically. The Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs of Nigeria has conveyed a message from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which message will also be delivered to his brother, President John Dramani Mahama. And it is a message of peace, it is a message of love, it is a message that reiterates the inseparable bond of friendship and brotherhood between our two countries. As we have agreed, the video that went viral, which incensed Ghanaians legitimately, we were all outraged when we saw that video. That video has been condemned by our counterparts from Nigeria, They have reprimanded the gentleman. He has been asked not to engage in such statements and such commentary. As you do know, I had met him earlier, and he was very contrite in the meeting, has apologized. He's issued a public statement apologizing to President Mahama, to the government and people of Ghana. And based on his conduct, he has demonstrated good faith that he's really, upon reflection, apologetic and will not tread that path any longer. It is also important to emphasize that we have agreed that we will deepen our community-to-community engagements. We are conscious of our history, that even though we have a historical background with a lot of our ethnic groups having the same heritage and antecedents. You do know, for example, that the Ewe people migrated together with Nigerians, sojourned in Ile-Ife, and continue to the Gold Coast. The Ghans have a similar story. So we have very interesting anthropological antecedents, which shows that we are one people. But regardless of that, there have been times in our history where we have had skirmishes. You remember the Aliens Compliance Order. We saw a number of so-called foreigners being removed from Ghana. And then you also recall Ghana Must Go in 1983, where over 1 million Ghanaians were forced out of Nigeria. So we are conscious of that history, which should guide all of us, that if these things are not managed well, it could take us back to certain dark occurrences in our history. That is why we have been demonstrating a lot of maturity and asking that we douse the flames, we show compassion, we should remember that we are one people. Let's always remember that Ghana, as the headquarters of Pan-Africanism, what Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the founder of our country, taught us is that we should ignore artificial boundaries. We are one people. And let us always remember that there is a bigger goal, a bigger Pan-African agenda where we want to form an all-united states of Africa.
Like I said before, I came and I saw with my own two eyes that there were not tires burning on the streets and people with placards everywhere urging Nigerians to be deported. And it speaks to how the government of President John Mahama was able to rise to the occasion. President Mahama and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu are like brothers. Of course, Nigerians were in a very festive mood during the inauguration ceremony of President Mahama. Our president was here and for the occasion, and he gave a very, very impassioned speech, which speaks to the special bond that exists between these two gentlemen, and by extension, the bonds that exist between Ghanaians and Nigerians. So the message, in short, would be that there is no cause for alarm. The situation is being handled quite effectively. We will continue with our stakeholder engagement. We have met some of the dramatis personae, the people who are in the melt of this crisis. We will continue to meet people, stakeholders across all segments to ensure that the ways and means to continue to douse tensions, to continue to ensure that this is not a situation that repeats itself.
Wow, wow, wow. I have my own opinion. And before I do, I want to say something. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to defend her unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. Let's get into the video. So the Ghanaian mainstream media could see. They actually saw everything, but they ignored. They waited patiently for them to report only this part. No wahala, una try. So it simply means that social media now controls the mainstream media. Because if everybody ignored and waited patiently for them to report this part only, no problem. It means that social media is the spiritual realm, while the mainstream media has now become the physical realm. And you know that the spiritual controls the physical. Moving on. Dear Ghanaians, I want you to know that personally, I am not against Nigeria must go. But one thing I did not want is allowing people to change the narratives, them wanting it to be like a political thing, them wanting the whole world to believe that, oh, this is about retaliation of what happened in 1983 in Nigeria. So I didn't want that narrative. I wanted it to be what it is. And I want to say a big thank you to my fellow Nigerians who stood their ground to make sure that that story stays as it is until intervention came. And to Ghanaians as well, you guys, well done. You did a wonderful job for not allowing anyone to waste the story. Of course, if an Igbo man commits a crime in Ghana, I, as a Nigerian, do not expect Ghanaians to send only the Igbos away. It is okay to ask all of us to go. Yeah, that is because we are siblings. We like it or not. The fact that we bear the same surname, which is the Nigerian passport, makes us siblings and difficult for a foreign body to identify us. Yes, we have the names written on our passport, which you as a Ghanaian might not know which tribe or which part the person is from. So it's okay to be angry with all of us, which for me, I'm not taking it, I didn't see it as a big deal. It's okay to pay for the sins of your brother. But what I didn't want is them trying to change the story, make it political. No. And I want to use this opportunity to beg those that are constantly in the habit of blaming our governments for everything. Like in Ghana, for example, you should not expect to see the president of Ghana just get up and act and say, okay, oh, Nigerians come and go. Do you remember the first president that did it? President Busia. When he did it for the interest of his people, the Ghanaian people, for the good of his country, for the good of you all. But when the judgment day came, he was blamed. The same thing was done to Shehu Shagari, even though nothing physically was done to him, including myself sitting here today. I do say, please, I was not there when Shagari sent you people away. Please count me out. You can see, but he did it. I would say maybe he did it for me, for the good of my country, right? But when it's time to blame, we all distance ourselves and leave these leaders alone to be there in the middle of nowhere with that bad name. So if your president didn't get up to act, you shouldn't be angry with him. Understand that it is hard for you to make that sacrifice. You're doing it from a good place, but it might not end well. Later it will turn against you. Do you understand? So I urge that we forgive our leaders for not coming out to speak. Good enough, they have sent their representatives to come out and speak to us on this matter. Another thing is, dear Nigerians in Ghana, please, crime do not know any tribe, state, or region. I want you to know that when you commit any crime in Ghana or in a foreign land, in Ghana, let me maintain it, because I have stated it before that, you see, I'm going to ignore all the crimes committed by my people in other countries around the world. But this particular place where I live, which is Ghana, stories are going to be told as they are. That is how we do it. So, dear Nigerians, before you commit any crime in Ghana, remember that you are denting the image of all of us, and don't expect us to be happy. Don't expect us to clap for you. You see the way we are criticizing Ihenetu? It's the same energy you will get. Trust me. No matter where you're from, the same energy you will get. All right. So please represent Nigeria right, or be ready to be featured here and some other platforms that are willing to speak the truth without sentiment. If you're in another man's country, if you cannot blend into their own culture, it is okay to just be on your own. Hold on strong until you get back home, then you go and display your culture or whatever you want to do. You go and be boss, you go and be, step on other people. But in Ghana, when you are here, behave yourself. Ihe New Yam Festival must not be allowed to take place in Ghana. Some of us are not trying to bribe you. I'm not interested in anything. You see that village I have shown you before? I'm going to return back there and live there peacefully. But anything you see me do, I'm doing it for your sake, for your own good, because I don't want you to go through what Nigeria is going through. Please be careful. Let it be known that some of us doing these videos are not looking for anything from you guys. So, all right, we are not looking for something. So, okay, when we finish doing this, you find out something. No, it is because where Nigeria is today, if Nigeria had the opportunity that Ghana have now to avoid getting to where Nigeria is today, I'm telling you the truth, Nigeria would have been a great place. But already Nigeria has gotten herself into where she is right now, and her image is where it is. The only thing some of us are trying to do is create an awareness so that you don't have to toil that path. You don't have to allow yourself to get there. So these videos are not to trigger you against Nigerians or any tribe in Nigeria, okay? It is out of a place of God, it has happened to me. I don't want it to happen to another. Oh, dear Lord, it has happened to me. I don't want it to happen to Ghanaians. That is why you see some of us doing these videos, okay? It's not because we don't like Ihe, I like it or not. Until he finally go to the country, I have been seeing videos trending that where he said is from there. He's walking towards there. Until then, he's still my brother. So if he's willing to do the right thing, I hope that you guys forgive him. According to what I'm seeing in this video, Ihe has been cautioned, so everything is good again, right? It's okay. Well, please kindly forgive him, but please do not lose guard, okay? Make sure that you monitor some of these things, the allegations that have been labeled against him, like the alleged money laundering that is currently under investigation, and also the New Year festival that some of you Ghanaians frown at, and I support you not to let it happen. Because my brothers, it's not because I don't like Ihe. It is because I would rather have you. I don't know how to say it, so let me not say it, okay? And of course, the accusation of, oh, you people are adding fire to it. Ghanaians are not babies, okay? They're Nigerians that says that. The only reason that will make you think that Ghanaians are only acting because of the YouTube videos we do is simply a sign of disrespect on them. You believing that they are not smart enough or intelligent enough to wake up and act when they are supposed to. Ghanaians did this thing on their own. Some of us only supported them. You can see I'm a late comer when it comes to this Igbo King something. I came late, but I'm glad I did. And whatever I did is not even for the good of Ghanaians. It is for the image of my own country, Nigeria, to defend her for once when I have the opportunity to do it. And that is by making sure that I don't allow anybody to change the story to make it like Ghanaians want to retaliate, when obviously that is not it. I wanted the story to be what it is. That is what Chukwudi did in Ghana that provoked Ghanaians. And of course, all the crimes committed by Nigerians. But there's one thing that worries me in all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. Why do I feel like from now on, we might not hear the names of the Nigerian criminals in Ghana again? Their names might not be released to us, the public, so that we can see. I feel like there might just be a plan in place to make sure that they will no longer release the names of the criminals. They will just go on and label that Nigerian tag on all of them. Yes, oh, Nigeria, hey, Nigeria. Then so that, because see, when people fail, what Chukwudi did was, to my own understanding, it was on a mission. Now that that has failed, what if it comes in another form? And that is them protecting the names of the Nigerian criminals. criminals. That way, some of us that are here to talk about it, we will have nothing to say again regarding the crimes. Because see, if I don't see a video, I don't hear a police report, I will not make a video because I'm not sure. Do you understand? Why do I feel like from now on, the only thing we will hear is 10 Nigerians stole something in Kaswa, 15 Nigerians did this at the Ashanti region, 116 Nigerians have been arrested in Takoradi. A Nigerian have been arrested for child trafficking. A Nigerian have done this, but we will not get to see their videos, their names. We will not get to hear their names again. See, Chukwudi Iheanacho and his tribe men can team together, even with the whole world, and blackmail people. You see this one, it's not going to work. Now that the plan he had failed him, the plan of including his tribe into Ghana has failed. And last, all Nigerians were going to pay for that. So the whole thing refused to work. I believe that it's going to come in another form. And that is when these reports constantly come, Nigeria for... Oh God, you all are going to be tired and sick. You have no choice but to send us go back to Nigeria. At this point, I'm happy that everything is getting better, but I'm worried that we might not see the names of the Nigerian criminals again. Not unlike before when they released the names of the bank robbers, the kidnappers, the unalivers, the thieves, the this, the that, the child traffickers. I think we have to be careful because I see that being taken away. And that is also dangerous because, oh God, I don't know how to explain it. But I just hope that the Ghanaian police will continue to do their job without any compromise. Because by the time the reports comes out and their names are no longer mentioned, oh God, the Nigerian image in Ghana that some of us tried to save will just go down the drain like that. Anyways, I have spoken at length. At this point, I think a word is enough for the wise. Just protect your country and remember that Nigerians are not your enemies. The criminals are your enemies, and it is okay to react when crimes are being committed. But one thing I'll urge you to do is make sure that the police continue to release the name. That way the crime rate will reduce. Otherwise, some people are on a mission. Trust me, once the Ghanaian police service ceased to release the names of the Nigerian criminals, in Ghana, I'm sorry to say that we might just have a crisis. Once they realize that the police are no longer allowed to mention names or states of origin of these criminals, you will see that the crime rate will be higher. That way you will be provoked and see every Nigerian as a criminal just the way they want you to see it. I believe you understand. So release the names of the criminals to us, the general public. That way you're going to be able to differentiate if you are dealing with your own people lying to be Nigerians, or you are dealing with Nigerians committing the crimes in Ghana. I'm done with this video. I'll see you in my next one. Toodles.